We edge close to the midway mark, of course, of the EFL League 2. I thought another go at predicting the outcome of this season to see who'll get promoted to, of course, League 1 and see who'll get relegated all the way down to the Vanarama National League. Of course, those predictions are coming up next. That's right, folks. Once again, another prediction video today. We're looking forward to the end of the season. That's right. We're going to predict, see who's going to go up, who's going to go down. Of course, in England's, fourth tier. That's right. We'll get to that in a minute. Of course, if you're new, where you been? Smash your subscribe to keep you back. All things League 2 related, Blackburn Rovers related. World football. Here we go, hit boys. Under one Rooski. That's right. Of course, looking forward to the new campaign. That's right. Who's going to go up? Who's going to go down? I'll reveal my picks in a second. Of course, big shout out to my VIPs. The Patreons. Thank you for your love and, of course, behind the scenes. I really do appreciate it, guys. If you want to get involved, check out the link down below, patreon.com/Rovesy. So here we go, lads. Here we go. Here's the table. Here's my picks. Of course, we're going to redo them from middle of the road down to the bottom, and then, of course, reveal the top 10 and so forth, and see who goes up, who goes down. So here are we. Go. In fact, give me a minute while I just bring up the actual league table, see where people are right here and now. So here we go. It's a 13th. Bradford City, biggest disappointment of the season for me. Brought in a good manager. They've got the foundations there. Everything is set in place. I just don't know what's wrong with Bradford City. I think, and they're actually in 16th right now, so that's them getting better as the season gets on. I just don't think they've got it now. Can Derek Adams hold on to his job? That's the question. Of course, there's a lot of expectation goes with the job of Bradford City, and he comes in with, of course, fantastic season with Morecambe, and he can't do it with Bradford. Good, it's something else in the woodwork that's ripping this this traditional English club up to bits. So I do, I'm very gutted that they're there, but I don't see it get much better for them. So Bradford City are going to be in 13th in my eyes. Into 14th, we have Harrogate Town doing okay in 10th right now, within touching distance of the top 7, doing better than expected. I think they didn't expect to be where they are now, and of course I do anticipate them to eventually the cream will rise to the top, but of course the middle of the road pack will start to settle in mid-table, and Harrogate fall into that bracket for the time being. Good club, new club on the scene as well. So an exciting club that's got no worries to think about for relegation, but of course they will be hopefully in contenders next season for playoffs. But this season I think is a bridge too far. It's a 15th spot. What do we have? We have Salford City, another bloody bridesmaid. Of course, another job with high expectation. Team GB, unfortunately, not going to get there. 13th at the table right now, and of course, when you look at the table around them, the likes of Bristol Rovers should kick into gear. The likes of Rochdale should kick into gear. They're going to push these Salford lot down a couple of pegs or two, and I think just like Derek Adams, Team GB, Gary Bowyer is going to have a lot of expectation on this job, and unfortunately, I think it is going to cost him it in the end, and just. They need to earn their spurs a little bit, Salford City. They just anticipate because of their ownership, they should warrant success immediately. And I got fooled by that. I'm a big believer of Team GB, but I just think the stuff around it, the stuff around Team G, they're back in there. They just cause more problems than good at the moment. They get their fingers involved. I heard Gary Neville saying that they fired managers too early and stuff like that, and hopefully they stick by Team GB and just back the heck off and give them a little bit of freedom, and of course eventually work a treat and get themselves promoted to League 1. Into 16th we have Walsall. Again, they're in 12th right now. They should be better. They should be punching much higher than this, and again this season has not been the greatest for them. They did change their manager. Matthew Taylor came in at the start of the season, of course didn't do bits, to be honest with you, not really worked out for him so far. So they got a bit of work to do. In fact, Yeah, Matthew Taylor is the governor there. We'll see how he does, but not right now, not doing very well at the moment. 17th spot, we have Hartlepool, who are doing very well for themselves. They currently find themselves in 15th, again, newly promoted. Again, eventually they'll start to drip down a little bit. I don't think they can hold firm as well. And again, just to remain in this division for them is top priority. Of course, they'd love to continue their fairy tale romance and climb the table and be in consideration for playoffs, but I don't think that's going to be the case. I think they're going to be definitely mid to lower table at the end of the season once, of course, the real pinch clicks into gear. They did change their manager, didn't they? David Challinor was gobbled up by Stockport. So Graham Lee came in, took over the reins, and since he's coming in, it's not worked a treat for him just yet. So kind of dripped off the pace since then. Kicking on forward into 18th of Colchester United. They're on 20th right now, and again a couple of seasons ago they were flirting with the playoffs. They were in the playoffs, I think, but they got found out in the end. And again, last season was a nightmare. This season's been more of the same. They haven't really responded from that nightmare season. They're going to have another one right here on their hands as well. They'll do much better though, finishing 18th, much clearer of that drop zone. But again, not good for Colchester, who have stuck with their guns on their management. Of course, who is their manager these days? Hayden Mullins, of course, old school sort of dude that linked with the club been with the club for yonks. So hoping it'll work out, but right now it's not. Into 19th of Carlisle. Carlisle are in trouble, big time. They're 21st right now. They could actually get sucked into that relegation zone at the moment. Of course, with Oldham and Scunthorpe, they're a couple of moments away from clicking into gear, I think. Oldham get the right management. If Scunthorpe just get a couple of good results, of course, I think they've got a good management in Keith Hill. I think he will get the results for them and eventually get them out of the drop zone. So Carlisle are in trouble. I don't want to see them go down. Of course, when you think about it, this time last season they were like flying high in the automatics. Of course, cruising to League One, but unfortunately it all got found out in the end, and they free fell, and they haven't responded again. Just like Colchester since Chris Beecher's gone, Keith Millen's coming in, and so far he's done bugger that jack shit. So going nowhere and fast. Scunthorpe will be 20th. That's my pick. They are rock bottom at the moment, 24 for the points at the moment. Just 2 wins all season. Keith Hill is the man. He can do it. He's done it with Rochdale. He worked on the peanuts, and hopefully he will get the results for Scunthorpe's been in the job since 5th of November. Hopefully he will work a treat for them as well. So back to Keith Hill. They will climb the table, and of course finishing 20th for me. 21st will be Crawley. It's pretty much as they are really. They're 18th right now in the real world, and again one of those teams kind of fudge between the lines. You just don't know what you're going to expect from Crawley, and I see that continuing into 2022. They didn't change their management, so it's kind of been as you were with John Yams in it. They'll be all right though. They'll stay in the division, but to be honest with you, I'm sure they want to be finishing more in the mid-table than towards the drop zone. So another season of concern for Crawley, but again, staying in the division for the time being must be top honours. Into 22nd spot, the luckiest team in the division will be Barrow. That's right, hanging on for dear life. Fantastic start to the campaign. It's kind of gone a little bit south since then. Rob Kelly left at the back end of the season. Mark Cooper came in and did all right. I don't know where he was beforehand, but he did work a treat at the start of the season. Things got a little bit rough now, and he has to earn his spurs these days, and I think it's going to get a little bit harder as the season drags on. But Barrow, 22nd, they'll stay in the division, but only just. But who's going to go down? Well, it's going to be Oldham and Stevenage. I'm going to give them to you both at the same time. Oldham are in 23rd, Stevenage in 22nd. Oldham, they're just ludicrously ran by a madman. He's probably from a James Bond movie. Who knows? He's just batshit crazy. Don't know what he's doing. Don't know how to run a football club. It's like, I don't know, somebody stuck his hand in the rich pot and just bought a club and don't know what to do. Stevenage, unfortunately, they're struggling right now. They've changed their manager. Alex Revel was sacked in the middle of November. Paul Tisdale is a decent manager as well. He could do wonders. I just don't think it's going to happen for him with Stevenage, so I think they're going to go down as well. Into 12th spot, we have Bristol Rovers, that's right. Joey Barnes' boys was preoccupied, of course, for the first half of the season. Second half of the season, hopefully, will climb the table a little bit. They currently find themselves in 17th, so a rise of 5 spots for them, and eventually they might make an outside push for top 6, top 7, but I just think it's going to be too much too soon for Joey Barnes' boys. Into 11th spot, Swindon Town, that's right, currently in 8th. I did have them going down or in trouble at the start of the season, of course, so I've kind of swallowed it a little bit, and of course kind of taken that prediction, taken what they were earlier and kind of divided it in two, and here they are in 11th. So a good season for them considering the batshit craziness at the start of the season, but yeah, John McCreel's doing a-okay with Swindon. He came back, is that right? I don't know what I'm looking at here. Did he come back? No, Ben Garner came in, that's right, not John McCreel. Ben Garner, that's who the gaffer is. Well done to you for doing what you're doing so far. Into 10th spot, we have Rochdale. Rochdale coming at you in 14th, again relegated last season. They should be better than this. They should be better than that as well. 10th spot. So they're 14th right now. I do eventually think they'll start to get some more results and start to bubble and click into gear as, of course, the season starts to kick up a little bit. But unfortunately, I think it's going to be too little too late for any ambitious return at the first attempt for Rochdale. Into 9th, Mansfield. I was deliberating this one for a long time. They're in 11th right now. They were struggling at the start of the season. Nigel Clough has got them working a treat at the moment. I think they could make a push for top 7, but unfortunately, I think they'll just be a little shy, because when you look at the top 8, top whatever, there are some decent teams in here, and it's hard to see where Mansfield fit in that top 8, top 7. So unfortunately, they're the best of the rest, and I don't think it's going to be good enough for them to make it to the playoffs this time around. Hopefully, for Clough's sake, they get it right next to them. Newport County, another one I chewed on for a little bit. They're 6th right now. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. That's right. I think the teams above them will hang on for the most part anyway, and there was a couple of little surprise packages still to be revealed. But Newport County, again, forever a bridesmaid, will be not even a bridesmaid this time around. It'll be a page girl or bloody, I don't know, the dog or whatever. So unfortunately, no going anywhere near the playoffs for Newport County in the end. So into 7th, we do have Leyton Orient. Kenny Jackets boys currently find themselves in 9th, within touch and distance of at least, within a sniff of 3rd even at this stage. So it is quite tight, and it'll be this tight, I think, throughout the rest of the season. So you can consider Leyton Orient at least automatic contenders as well for the time being. But I think they'll just about get over the line into playoffs. But will it be enough to get themselves back into the English 3rd tier? We'll have to wait and see. 6th spot will be Sutton in the automatics, as we say. Oh my gosh, I had them going right straight back down at the start of the season. They've done absolute bits to be where they are, and I think that fight, that desire, that determination will keep them going throughout the season. They may not ride this crest of a wave all the way into the automatics, but I think they will have enough in the tank to dig their heels in for a top 7 spot, and of course an outside shot for playoffs. Of course, if they can get to that stage, who knows? Who plays anybody's game then? So Sutton into 6th. Tranmere Rovers into 5th. They are 5th right now. I think I did have them originally at automatics. Mickey Mellon's done a fantastic job coming back. Of course, last season was a write-off. Mickey Mellon went over to Scotland. It didn't work out for him up there, so he came back with his tail between his legs, and of course he's done okay with Tranmere Rovers. Into 5th. Into 4th spot, we have Exeter City, currently find themselves in 7th. Surely they'll dig their heels in this time and not only hold on to a playoff spot, but climb ever so closer to those automatics. They're a team that plays some good football, and I think they warrant their shot at League One for now. But unfortunately, they're going to have to do it the hard way, and that is via the playoffs. So Exeter City into 4th, into the Power 3. We have Northampton Town. They're 2nd at the moment. So they will hang on in there. They will hang on in there for an automatic spot. Of course, decent team as well. Northampton. Currently, John Brady's got them working an absolute treat. Of course, we'll continue to do so into the 2022, I think, and be there or thereabouts at the end of the campaign. They will be joined by, into 2nd spot, Port Vale. That's right, Port Vale are in 4th. They were supposed to do it last year. They're going to do it this year. That's right. They're going to go back up. Darryl Clark done bits as well. Tom Collins, the El Capitano, and again, they're playing some really good football, and of course, winning some games, and of course, some crazy scorelines along the way. So Port Vale doing good, and they'll do very, very good as well to remain in the top 3. But of course, no one's stopping the bloody vegans, are they? They're running away with it. Forest Green Rovers, they've got a nice little cushion as well at the top of the table, 4 points with games in hand on a couple of the teams below them as well. So they'll be there. They're pretty much there already, even though there's a lot of the season to go. But surely they can't blow it after being they've been there pretty much from day one, and they've been there from day one, and I think they're going to be there all the way till day 30, whatever the heck it is, 40 something at the end of the season, 46. So yeah, Forest Green Rovers and Vegans, they're going up, guys. They're going to be joined at the top with Port Vale and Northampton Town. But who will join them in the playoffs? Who bloody knows? We'll have to look at that when, of course, that comes around. Be sure to give the video some love and smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe, check links down below on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and of course Patreon as well. But until then, dudes, we're done.